sit next to me. Yeah, right about there. That should get us right. We're live right now, so I'm just setting the camera up because we have to do it the opposite way that we need to look. So bear with us as we put this together. We're talking about cold break today. I don't know if everybody knows what cold break is. Cold break is a beverage draft system anywhere. And we have entered into a contest to win. What do we enter into win, Tori?
A 10, I can't speak correctly.
A 10 tap.
10 tap jockey box from Cold Break.
Let's put that there. You never know, we might need one of those as this goes. I had my little stuff set up for my jockey box, but it's off camera a little bit, so I'm gonna have to slide it over because we're getting ready to put this bad boy together. So there's all the equipment here as it goes.
And Rob is here. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. What's up? So we are doing a live, and we're going to talk about our 10 tap jockey box. Let me get this thing right where I want it. So I hear her phones were a little bit delayed on our talking.
I can turn it down because you just need comments, right?
Yeah, we just need the comments. So, and then we'll raise it up a hair. That shows our truck right there with the chicken on top. Look at the chicken. There's the chicken. He wants to get on. He wants to go live. The chicken likes to be live. So that's how the chickens roll.
Those chickens are always somewhere.
Chickens are always doing something naughty. Let me get a little bit of a turn here. And I think that's pretty good. All right, that should work out pretty well. All this stuff needs to be moved over a little bit. We're kind of off center, but there we go. And I even have tobacco in case I need to smoke a pipe. So, all right. So what we're talking about today is our, ooh, that's a nice chair. I like that. I got to scoot it up though so I don't look like I'm going to sleep. Let's see how I look here now that I'm sitting here. We're looking on her phone. Yeah. It's a little delayed behind it, so let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, I'm in the shot. Not quite, close up and as usual, but it looks good. People can understand us and see us, right? If you can see us, give us the thumbs up, do the tap tap. And so what we're talking about is cold break today. So cold break. And what you're going to ask what cold break is. Well, cold break is a company that provides these jumper boxes, or like we have a jumper box behind us, but they also provide the jockey boxes. And the jockeys are when you take to the beach and you take, fishing or camping or whatever the case may be. And they have a contest right now. So their contest, Cold Break's contest, is to win a 10 tap jockey box. And so we're putting 4 taps on the truck behind us, and I'll get into that in a minute, what the truck's about. But we've entered into a contest, so as you guys click on this, if it airs later, because it will air later also, I want you to go to Cold Break right now. It's more important to go to Cold Break, and that's COLDBREAK, Cold Break. And then go to their website, and there's going to be people on there that are competing for this. We're all in a contest to win this. Why am I yelling?
I don't know. That's
I mean, right here. The microphone's right here. I'm yelling. Anyways, go back to Cold Break. Go to their website, and then you'll see where everybody's competing. And we want you to go look at all the contestants that are competing, or all the entries, or whatever you want to call them. And we want you to like the best one, which we know is going to be us, like us. If you like the other ones, it is what it is. So, all right, let's read some comments.
But also they have a lot of great videos on there, and they sell stuff. So there's lots to it.
Yeah, they show you how to mix drinks, and they little small personal ones, little small personal taps and kegs.
Classic Car Guy says,
CCG, what's up, what's up? Glad you could join us. We're talking about Cold Break today. That's what that little fancy sign is here. Could you hand me that? Yeah, Cold Break. So that's the contest we've entered in. It ends June 9th, so we got to get on it. It doesn't look like we are leading the pack, but we're right there. We need you guys out there to put us over the top so we can win that really cool setup. And then I should have put the Cold Break t-shirt on today, but I had it in the box, and so we'll be sporting those too. But yeah, that's a pretty neat company. The guys have been real helpful every time you call them. They help you. So let's see, Tony Danza. Damn, she's got dump truck back there. Yep, that's a dump truck. So it's actually a cattle truck. So those sides, you can't quite see it from this angle, but the upper part is, if you look close, you can see it. The upper part's an awning, and then it folds completely straight up, and they used to put cows in that. We're converting that over to a tap truck. We're going to put these beer taps on it right there, Mr. Danza. And then we're going to go on a beer like this, and then we're going to turn it off, and we're going to hand you a beer, and you're going to have the time of your life. That's just how this is going to work. And then my favorite movie with Tony Danza. You want to know what my favorite movie with Tony Danza was? He had a movie.
Well, he was in that one with like the daughter or something.
Well, you have Who's the Boss?
But... No, I know, but no, it was like his little girl or something. She was. Oh. It was a teen movie, but I don't.
Oh, okay.
I can't think of the name.
Well, so Tony Danza was in Hollywood Nights, and he drove a 57 Chevy that is Project X with a blower on it.
Oh, okay.
And he races the Asian guys on the street. And then another fun fact on that, because I've watched that a lot and watched all the stuff on Project X, they blew the motor up racing that car. So it's still around today, Project X.
Nice.
It's been on roadkill and all those. But anyways, I just saw Tony Danza. That's why I said that. That's actually really cool. Thank you, Tony. It's going to be fun. We're going to do this cold break setup in our truck, and then we're going to call this the cattle truck mobile bar. It'll have a bar kind of out front of it here, and we'll do, parties, events, weddings, obviously, things of that nature where they just have a dry hire. So the dry hire comes in, and they provide all the alcohol, basically. We put it in the kegs, and we pour it. And we can pour just about anything. It's not just beer. You can pour mixed drinks and all that. And what I want to talk about on Cold Break, this is great incentive for everybody to go to Cold Break, is they have little small shorts and tutorials and things like that on their YouTube channel. And it's all about mixing drinks. And they show you how to run your taps. And there you have a wealth of information. Chris on there has been real helpful to us. I had probably so many phone calls to him before I decided to do this. He'd answer the phone, "Hello, Jim, how are you today?" He didn't really do that, but he was extremely helpful. And that's awesome, especially when you're building something like this from scratch. Now, I've never built a tap truck before. And so he was super helpful in it, which really made it really nice. So let's see here. Contact for high converting website, CEO and PPC services. Yeah, go to Cold Break is what he's saying. He says, this guy says, Marnick says, contact Cold Break is what he said on the chat. That's what he said. Go to Cold Break and vote for who?
Jimmy James.
Jimmy James Garage. Jimmy, we have chickens. There said the N-word. There said the N-word. Okay. I don't know what that is. Okay. Ooh. Yep. Okay. I'm not going to say it, so that's fine. Cold Break. Go to Cold Break. That's what we're doing today. We're trying to win that contest. We want it. We want it bad. I've been putting out videos, things of that nature. And it's not because, it'll be super handy for us. It's something that will really expand our truck, and it'll allow us to not only just do the forward we do, and that's, that'll be fine. But if we could add 10 taps to that thing and make it more portable, it would open it up to not just the truck. You're going to keep going past that. And it's hard to squeeze all that into that little 2-minute video about what we wanted to do. So we focused on the truck part of it. But honestly, the truth of it is, we can do a lot of other things. If indoor events where the truck wasn't fit, we can take that system in there. We can drop the sideboards on this if we want to do it as a flatbed, like more of a party theme, where we're standing on the flatbed serving them off that. We can leave our taps on there. We could do both sides of it. We could have one side with the 10 in the jockey box, while we have the 4 on the jumper box on the other side. I mean, it just opens it up.
You might be able to do more than one event too.
Yeah, and multiple events. That would also, as this truck grows, we might have multiple events where we need to set a table up and just take the 10 to one of them and take the 4 and the truck to the other. So, yeah, and we have more ideas. Everybody's seen my channel, seen my 55 Chevy and my 52 and my Safari. You know, that's other things we can actually put that in the trunk of the 55 and park it in, you know, a wedding, because that car's, and I'm pointing to it because the car's right there. You know, and that car's really, really pastel-y, what do you call it, pastel color, maybe a real 50s color blue. It would work great at weddings, things like that. A lot of people like the older hot rods, you know, for their weddings. And yeah, that would work great for that. Let's see. Say hi in the chat. So somebody said that. Oh, that was you.
Huh?
You said hi in the chat. So hi, let's see. Since you're in there. Oh, bar 46 said hi.
Because that's what it's on right now.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why it does that.
Yeah, probably you have to switch your account. So we have good friends of ours that own and run bar 46. And Tori here has been helping them with their videos and doing things of that nature. So a lot of times she's on there sharing them. And, you know, while we're talking about cold break, go to bar 46. Go look at that. They have these pet treats that are amazing. I mean, our dogs go nuts over them. They're, you know, not only are they friends of ours, but we're customers. We believe in their stuff. And it's, you know, Jim always says he does it different than everybody else. And he's right. He does it how everybody else says. A lot of people say they do it, you know, a certain way. And then you get there and it's kind of like, well, not really. No, Jim does it. He's probably out petting his cows right now. That'd be my guess. Or talking to them, or, you know, giving them good feed and water, or he's making more hides. His hides are really cool. So I don't want to get too far off the subject of that you need to go to cold break. And if I see my numbers drop here, that means you went and liked me at cold break. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing this for. But Jim does these hides. He takes the hides off from his ranch, and they
basically wash them and dehydrate them.
They wash them, dehydrate them, and roll them. They trim them. You know, they leave most of the hair on it. That's a neat thing, because a lot of people don't realize that the dog needs the hair for flossing and kind of like a pipe cleaner going through their system. You know, with the hair, and it's something in the wild that the animals have. It helps clean up their anal glands. It's a thing. I didn't know that. And it's better than those ones you get at the big stores, you know, that could be horse hide or could be from
stuff added to it. So
yeah,
they're all natural.
Add stuff, and you know, bar 46 does not add a thing to that. But so anyways, that's kind of a little off the subject, but again, cold break. We're going to say that a lot during this thing. And as people see that truck, they're going to go, what is that truck about? And of course, our beautiful view, the truck gets the best view because it sits right out here and looks all day. We really like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if anybody has any other questions, but down in the comments, ask me a question about the truck if you have any questions. We are right about there. I'm kind of double looking here. On the door, we're going to put door art, and it's going to say, you know, cattle truck, mobile bar, and we're going to make it patinaed down a little bit so it, you know, so it looks the era of the truck, because the truck is, oh yeah, my finger's pretty good when I pointed to that. Yeah, we want it to have a certain era and a certain look to it. And, you know, it's going to be seen on farms. That's going to be our number one focus. And we're in a farming community and area.
It's kind of chilly today.
It is cold. I should have put a sweatshirt on. I'm like, oh boy. We wanted to open the door up so we can see the truck here, because we're sitting in the shop. And yeah, so, you know, we're in a farming community. A lot of people get married, you know, girls these days, you know, wear their wedding dress and the cowboy boots and have a real ranch farm theme. That truck will fit in perfect with that stuff. So if you are watching this and you're in this Lewiston, you know, Moscow, Cottonwood, Grangeville area, we have a truck here. You know, we're going to be for hire here fairly quickly. We're going to get ready here later this week. We're going to finish up the awning on this thing. I got the parts getting ready to, well, in fact, you can see right behind me, I got the jumper box right there. And got the taps out. We're going to start measuring where we want those taps to go, and then get that thing pretty much ready to rock and roll. It's running. So a few small little things I have to make changes on to before it's really running, but it does start and run and move. So there you go. You ever poop your pants? Nope, nobody pulls my finger. That's one of those troll guys. That wants to.
You just gotta ignore those.
But I like reading them once in a while.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. They need attention too.
Just encourages their.
I know, but
behavior.
Chaz needs attention. That's why he put that. So he come rolling by and saw that.
Does Chaz poop his pants?
Don't participate. It's kind of fun though, isn't it?
No.
See, yeah, Chaz. Thank you. You're welcome, Chaz. You know what I was doing the other day? If they kept up, I would just hit the button right on there and delete. But
not Chaz. Chaz.
Not Chaz. Chaz said thank you. Chaz was nice.
Yeah.
Chaz had have a good comment. That's kind of funny. So. All right. Anybody else has any other comments or questions about the old 1960 Chevrolet tap truck? It's quiet out here today, huh?
Mm-hmm. Except for the chickens.
Yeah, the chickens are making a little noise. I gotta get out and mow some lawn, and I got lots to do today. So, but right now we got to promote everybody on there. There's people on there right now. Oh, I just saw it drop a couple numbers. So I hope they went right to Cold Break and voted for their most favorite. We want their most favorite.
And while they're there, really, they've got a lot of great stuff on there. They do a lot of videos. They show what they've got. They do different recipes and things for their, what are those called? The little kegs. The little
jumper box.
Jumper, is that what they are?
They call that a jumper or a jockey.
Okay.
So.
No, is that this? What's this?
That's a keg.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a small keg.
It's a small keg. They have different kinds. They call them Craigs, and they have different names for them. In fact, what they do, I'll talk about that a little bit. I wish I had one. They make this one that looks like a little igloo. You remember those little Coleman water coolers, the little round ones? Well, they make them like that with a single tap on them. They put all the stuff in it, and you can take that thing anywhere. It's really cool. So go to Cold Break right now and go look at that. And then while you're there, go vote for Jimmy James, to win the world's largest Cold Break 10 tap jockey box. I always want to call it jumper because we own the jumper box. But the difference, there we go. We can talk about that. The difference between a jumper box and a jockey box?
Size?
Nope. A jumper box jumps it from that right there where it cools it off to another location for the tap. That's a jumper box. Hence, it jumps it to the tap. A jockey box, it's like a jockey, you ride it, and it's on the actual box. That's basically the differences between a jumper and a jockey. They're virtually the same. Now, the other thing is this company does, they build it any way you want it. So they can put we have the faucets out the front. And I'm looking at it, and I probably could just put the taps right on that thing. Again, I'm not 100% knower of that, but, they built it with R4. They have 50 foot of coil in there. And then the kegs come in from the backside. So it's a straight flow, short so it doesn't foam up. Uh-oh, we got some people here. OMG, it's the bull. LL looks like a trans next to him.
Okay.
That's not very nice.
Who cares?
It sits manly with a wig on.
If this was a wig, I'd pick a better one.
OMG is not very nice.
No.
That's all right. I love you, so that's all that matters. What a bunch of buttholes. Okay. So anyways, OMG, what you need to do is after you insulted us like that, my wife, why don't you go to Cold Break and like our video?
True.
What's that?
True.
Yeah, go to Cold Break, go on there and talk about it. Let's see, that 65 pickup. No, that is an actual 60 Chevy truck. So Hunted Coyotes. That's a 60 Chevy cattle truck. Bought it from the original owner. He was family. His dad bought it. And then I bought it off the son. They just retired it for the most part. Kind of outgrew it. It's a cattle truck. So the one you can't really see from this angle, but it's hanging out like an awning right now. It flips all the way up, and they put cows in it from 1960. Took them to the sale yard and wherever they need to take it. And then they put dump. You can see the Rams on it, and they use it as a dump truck for a lot of years. And we call it the cattle truck because that's what it was. And we are going to make it a tap truck with these taps. So we're going to make a beer truck out of it and mix drinks, things like that. We use Cold Break, their equipment, and we bought all their equipment. So this isn't something we're promoting that, they gave us. We bought it. So we bought their equipment, and they have a contest to win a 10-tap jockey box. And that's what we want. That's why we're putting all this out there and telling them, how great their company was and how good it was to work with. And so we hope everybody goes there to Cold Break and likes our video. There's other videos on there. If you like those too, by all means, go ahead and like them over ours. It is what it is. So we think ours is great, and that's what we're sending you there. But it's a lot of good videos there. So anyways, I got to tip the cigarette a little better. Green Roots Grass, Jimmy James Garage. I'm getting the hot water going, bubble bath with your mom, refreshing, relaxing with her. Okay, she's dead, so good luck with that.
I can't imagine spending your time like going to people's stuff and saying weird things, but all right.
Yeah, he's got all sorts of weird stuff on here. So Green Roots Grass. So what you need to do is go to Cold Break and like our video in there. That's what you need to do while you're in the bubble bath with
your dead mom.
With my dead mom.
Ooh, you got me.
What a burn, what a cut. Oh my gosh, that's what they do.
I know, that's wild.
Loser. Let's see, with your broad shoulders.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Lucky we have a good sense of humor.
The opinion of a stranger doesn't really,
Well, yeah, they don't know. They have no idea. No clue. So let's see here. So, hey, Grassroots, go to Cold Break. Let us know right here saying, I'm going to Cold Break with my mom. All right, so let's see here. Let's go. Oh, I can't do that because it's on.
Oh.
Yeah. I used to. Oh, let's see. 100 coyotes. Yeah, who cares? I used to drive GMC 1-ton flatbed, hauled Timothy hay. Cool. Yeah, we got some Timothy hay out here. So we have a smaller ranch here, and we have a few animals. We have 3 steers, soon to be 0 steers. And we have how many horses? 5, 4, 5?
Well, we have a mini horse, a mini mule, a mini donkey, a donkey, and then goats.
So we have 4 of those, and we have 5 goats plus babies. Mm-hmm. We have 7 goats plus Andre. 8.
6.
There we go. And Andre's the boy. He's the stud of the goats. So another one.
Another what?
Another nasty comment about my mom. My mom's dead. And the funny thing about it is, my mom used to say if anybody ever messed with me, she would always haunt them at some point. And she's probably going to haunt them.
Yeah. I mean, do people really care?
I do think it's funny. I mean, we kind of think it's funny because they're such losers. That's what they're doing. But anyways, since you are Looney Tune, of course, Looney Tune for you. Your name is perfect. So we should be able to see Looney Tune for you. Go to Cold Break and tell us how much you like our video there. If you're trying to win at the contest. Cold Break. See you over there. But yeah, it's weird to get. So this time of day, we're getting a lot of.
Yeah, I'd rather do other things with my time, but
that's
just me.
Right. So, all right. So.
I hear a tractor.
Yeah, so hauling that Timothy hay, that's pretty good with the old flatbed truck. You've been in those trucks a lot, 60 through 67. They're basically the same. If you look at this truck here, you can see a lot of guys call it the knee knocker window. The windshield actually curves around. It's called a wraparound windshield for panoramic view. 55 Chevy come out, and I think 54 Buick was the first. Cadillac was the first with the panoramic view. And all the GM and some of the Ford products started. They come even farther back. But I think theirs was a year or 2 later. I'm not quite sure on that. But the Chevrolets all went to that. And they... it's for more of a view, so you don't have that A-pillar in your line of sight, which newer cars still have. Sometimes I look and I see that A-pillar because I drive these old cars all the time, and those with the panoramic view. The problem is if you're tall, and you get out, you hit your knee right on that. That's what they call it, the knee knocker. And in, I believe, 60, 61, and 62 is that window. And then 63, it kind of goes towards the hood, that first A pillar there by the mirror. It goes more flat. But they virtually look the same. Now, they're cool trucks. They're really cool trucks. I am going to take, so sit right there. I'm going to do a couple things right here off the camera.
Okay.
But I'm still on the camera talking.
Okay.
Because I am going to go to these right here because I don't like this kind of behavior. OMG, let's see. Report. Unwanted content.
I wonder if they're
Harassment for bullying.
maybe cutting grass out there. I don't know.
It sounded like it, but I saw Pete was out there on his mower.
Oh, so maybe Pete's cutting grass.
Would you call his hate speech, or would you call it
Annoying. I don't know.
or pornographic sexual explicit material, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I believe the KK were great people. American
And then
heroes.
grassroots.
Oh. Burrito Bob probably should go too. The fact is I can't see, so then I'm like trying to see, and then it's like, oh, that wasn't worth reading. It's very chilly today.
It is. Let's see here. Okay.
So Rob says, I can't find where to have friends to vote on Cold Break. You basically go to their channel, and then we're under videos.
Yep, we're under videos, so you have shorts, but then we're under videos.
And you got to scroll down because they've posted
Yeah.
stuff since then. So you kind of got to go look for it. But you clearly see the truck and you,
Yep.
if that's what you're asking.
I believe the KKK.
No, don't read it.
KKK were right. Okay, Burrito Bob is going to be reported immediately as hate speech and graphic and violence. Bye, Bob. That's not cool. Yeah, Burrito Bob putting all sorts. That's terrible. Why would people do that? That's weird.
Attention.
Attention. Yeah, they need attention, don't they? Let's see here. Hope I got everybody. Hey, Rob, I sent your hat out yesterday also, just so you know. And it went out, and it's in the hands of the post office, which a lot of people talk ill will of the post office. Our post office here is excellent. We really like our post office people. I don't know if it's a small town thing or what the deal is, but very personable, helpful. I mean, even had that one deal with your shovel thing, and our maid delivery guys calling us on the phone, asking us, hey, I missed it, how to do it. Long story. But anyways, yeah. So, and then our postal people, they watch us once in a while too.
Yep. Did we answer Rob's question?
Yeah, can't find where to have friends to vote for Cold Break. So yeah, you just got to go to either their website and it'll direct you over there, or just go to Cold Break on YouTube, and you just have to go through the videos, go through them all. And we were right at the top for, a couple of days, but then Cold Break is posting other people's videos and they're posting their own videos. So it kind of goes down a little bit. A lot of times if you click on, let's say, the competition part of it where it says, the giveaway, that you can find it right there. But you can see that red truck, and I think it's the chicken with me standing with the chicken there. I think that's how the initial thumbnail video is.
You clearly see the truck.
Yeah. Oh, we got another one.
You'll have to.
Oh, yeah. Junkyard Harry. Junkyard Harry's freaking awesome. I love Junkyard Harry.
Junkyard Harry, go vote for us on Cold Break.
Yeah, Junkyard Harry, you got a great comment. Here, right there, Cold Break. Go to Cold Break and vote for us. You need to go there right now there, Junkyard Harry. And Junkyard Harry. Let's see here, Junkyard Harry. Oh, no.
They must all be friends.
Junkyard Harry probably is Burrito Bob.
Yeah, he probably is.
Let's see. Let's see. Choose one.
It's like, what did you do today? I just sat on YouTube and put lame comments on people's videos.
Yeah, that's exactly it too.
What an accomplishment.
Okay. Okay. See Burrito Bob. Let's remove. Bye, Burrito Bob. Let's see. Rob says, thank you, Tori. Go Fast Racing. Cheers. What's up? Go Fast Racing. We're out here talking about our tap truck today and cold break and the contest we entered into. Let's see. Sweet truck. Thank you so much. That's a 60 Chevy. 1 ton. Why do I keep yelling?
I don't know.
I'm yelling.
You talk loud all the time.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm talking really loud.
Is that because you can't hear?
Probably. So anyways, hadn't seen that one before. Yeah, no. So that one's been here. That's been parked out. It was in the shop for a while. I bring it in and out. That's our tap truck, and what we're doing is on the side of it, we are. I'm still deleting people.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I bet you have the worst breath. Oh, jeez Louise. What is up with these guys today? Let's go. There's quite a few of these dingleberries. And it's mom, not mum. Green roots. Get them. There's a lot of them. They're just like right at one after another. All right, so I think I got them all. Oh, no, I got one more. The N-word guy. Let's report him. Let's see. Hate speech.
And then Go Fast Racing says, yeah, reminds me of the 61 ton this old couple drove around when I was a kid.
Oh, let's get back to the people, yeah.
They traveled the world like the crocodile hunter and would do presentations at schools. They drove an old one of those around
probably loud and fast. So that's cool. That's really cool. Bring old coins to give the kids from around the world and tell stories of their travels and the animals they had seen.
That's cool.
That's really cool. So I'm going to kind of show you here. With my Hey Dudes on and my shorts out here in the cold. It's cold today too. So what we're going to do, we're going to mark this thing. So this has an awning right here underneath. I don't know if you can see me on this thing.
I'll tell you.
Right here. Can you see me?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to take right here and we're going to put the taps. They're going to be right along here. And then we're going to put a table out front here when we show up to events. We're going to say, hey, how you doing? What do you want? You want the Coors? Do you want the Pilsner? Do you want the rum and Coke? Do you want the seltzer? And they're going to say, oh, give me a Coors Light. And I'm going to go, all right, how do you go? Next one, what do you like? Oh, yeah, this. And that's how we're going to do it. And so cold break, who'd we bought our equipment from. This is pretty cool here. This is the jumper box. And so you can't really see in here, I don't think. I'm going to tip it, but I don't want to break it, obviously. Let me put some of this down. But it has the coils in here, like so. And then you put the ice in there. Can you see that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you put the ice in there, and then you let the beer get nice and cold, which only takes a few seconds. And then it comes through this little line here. And there's a short little jump. That's why they call this a jumper box. And it goes from here to through the wall of the thing, and the tap's right there. And then this thing is just going to sit right behind it. So that's the idea. Look at those cold break does. Even on their little caps, they put CB on it, cold break.
Cable guy says, I'll buy that dump truck for 20 grand.
20 grand sold.
Yeah. And then Go Fast Racing says it was just orange red with some white, and the rear they had done up with a hide and canvas. Exactly. They had the rear bed framed out like that with the skin for a stretched and roped cover.
Wow.
And then no dump feature though, or theirs was locked down.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. This has the hydraulic dump on it still. You can see the hydraulic rams right here. It's got some big rams on it on both sides. I'm going to take that off. I don't want it to leak in. It's It doesn't really leak right now, but it has a little greasy oil on it. And if we go to some of these different venues, we go inside. I don't want to take any risk. And I'm also going to buy a metal pan to throw under the engine part in case we have a drip or a leak or anything like that, because I don't want to have to, I don't mind going there, but I don't have to clean up oil. Oh man, look at that. Smurf tube. That's a heck of a handle. Smurf tube. Go to Cold Break. Vote for Jimmy James Garage. Cold Break on YouTube. Go there now. Take off and go there. That's what you need to do. Yeah, I don't photography memory. I don't have a photographic memory. Seeing any Rams on there, either don't have on it, was locked down in place and removed. Probably, yeah. That sounds about right. So if you don't remember seeing them, they probably took them off because, this is a PTO. It's got a big handle in there next to the shifter, and it does. Even the pump makes a little bit of noise. I mean, they're not dead quiet. There's nothing wrong with it. It works great. But I'm going to pull it off. Probably sell it because it's in good working order. It doesn't leak. I just got to get a cap to cover it because obviously when I pull the PTO portion off, I need another cap to go over it. I don't know if I'll just block the line off for now, or I don't know. I'll figure it out. So that's what we will figure, just so we don't have any oil or anything like that. That's one of the next things we do. So let's see. Go Fast Racing. What are you going to drive down to the corner store today? The Bel Air. So no, I don't think so. So I don't know that I'm going to the store. The Bel Air is not ready yet. I'm waiting for a part to come from our local Amazon. I bought a 2-terminal, what do you call it? 2-terminal, I don't even know what they'd be called, but it's for power wire. And I'm gonna put it on the firewall because this has a trunk battery and it has a cutoff switch. So I'm gonna put one under the firewall, and that's where I'm gonna hook the 1-wire alternator to it so I can run my Tesla or timing light or any kind of power. I don't have any power under the hood. I got to run extensions for it. It's just a mess. So I didn't finish the 1-wire alternator part yet. It's up to the firewall, and I'm going to hide this a little bit lower and then plug it in there. So when you turn the key on and then you flip the switch, it powers the whole car. When you flip it off, it all dies. But mainly so I can hook a test or a timing light to it. And then, you always need power somewhere. You always testing things. There's nothing there. So that'll be finished hopefully today. And I do have to change oil, which I've been dreading changing the oil because I don't have a car lift. Kind of a bummer. So I'm gonna have to crawl on my belly and jack it up, put jack stands under it, and drain the oil on my back. But while I'm doing that, go to Cold Break and vote for Jimmy. Boy, I'm gonna have to get a jacket or something.
Cold, I know.
You want to run over and get us something, a jacket, while I'm doing
I'll
this?
get you a jacket.
Okay, thank you.
Which one do you want? Just your cover shirt? Or?
Yeah, just my flannel will be fine. It'll be more than okay. Or what else I have is that hoodie that's in the back of the truck from CVF.
Oh, okay.
That's sitting back there. That's a nice hoodie. So when I was talking about CVF, I did a video because I put CVF pulleys on here. Well, I keep pointing the 55. It's right there. And the CVF pulleys are phenomenal. They're excellent. This is about our Cold Break experience, but the CVF stuff is spot on. And I have a hoodie I got, so she's going to get it, and we can warm us up a little bit here because it is freezing. So.
How you doing, little girl?
I don't know if she can still hear, but
Hi, Goose.
let's see. Maybe I can find some parts to soak so I can walk around from the workshop for an hour and still be getting things done. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can get done there. Go fast. Get her done. Get her done. And if not, we got tomorrow or the next day. It'll get done. Let's see, Robert. Found it. You vote by liking your video, correct? Yep. Don't remember how I did it. I am old. Yeah, me too. Sometimes I get somewhere and I'm like, I did it. And they're like, how'd you do it? I don't know. And then you can comment. If you comment, I'll like your comment, and then you can like mine, and it gives us more. So basically what they said, I don't know if you watched the giveaway video. They have rules, and they have explaining what they want. Most creativity, watch hours, likes, all that, all the parameters of a YouTube video are going to play into it. That's not 100% what's going on. That's what's going to play into it, and who they want, who they like, that kind of stuff. Their company, I don't know exactly who picks it, but somebody in their company's picking, and they have a whole system how they're doing it. All I know is the more I can put out there, content for people to go there, for one, I want to win it. That's bottom line, I want to win. So I'm actively asking people to go do that. Number two, the reason I want to win, the number one reason is it would really enhance our business and what we're doing here with the tap truck. The third one, and maybe this is the best one, it's freaking cool. It would just be something really cool to have and use, and it's just cool. I mean, I don't know how much more to put it. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Tony the Tiger. Okay, so what you should do, Tony the Tiger, is you should turn off YouTube, but go to Cold Break first and vote for Jimmy James Garage for the world's largest jumper box. That's what you need to do, and then you should probably call a plumber, not Jimmy James. And then for the future, so that doesn't happen anymore, make sure you don't pull your finger. That's probably the problem. And see, with my bride not here right now, I can laugh at these kind of people. So she doesn't see the humor. I see it when they're reaching out for help, trying to be funny. Do not subscribe or like this channel. Okay, Holden Smith 3. Thank you for your positive comment. I appreciate it. You can go like Holden 3, like and subscribe this channel, please, and then go to Cold Break and don't vote for Jimmy James Garage. Vote for somebody else. Do what you got to do. All right, she brought her coolest blankie ever.
I did.
Okay, so let's see here. Somebody said don't like and subscribe this channel, and somebody else said they have Dookie running in their hallway and all sorts of stuff.
It.
Go Fast Racing. Finger pulling extraordinaire. So I told the guy to go get a plumber and don't pull his finger is what I said. So,
Right.
I said probably a few things while you weren't here to tell me not to participate in bad behavior. So that's where we're at. All right, so I'm going to put on my hoodie as I make victim noise. I'm going to probably have to put my microphone down for a second. I'm going to have to transfer it over. So bear with us quickly while we change up here. And while you're waiting, go to Cold Break. Probably can't hear me now. I don't have a mic on.
Now's the time to do all the strenuous work while it's cool.
To do all the what?
Strenuous work while it's cool out.
Or get everybody to go to Cold Break.
Well, that too, but yeah.
That's a nice hoodie. So that is a nice hoodie. This is a CVF. And the CVF pulley systems are really, really nice. I mean, they're really nice.
Oh, I might as well just stay over here and just delete people.
Oh, you got some more?
Yeah.
It must be that time of day. What the heck? We've never had this
They
many.
all use the same stuff too.
Yeah, they're all butt buddies. That's why. That's hate. Go with the hate speech on that one. That's not a very nice person. Somebody get with my mom. Do they know my mom's not with us anymore?
I don't think they care. I don't really think they care.
Oh, Ryder's calling you. So, our youngest son is calling. That's why we hear dogs barking. That's her ringtone. Oh, he's probably going, did you see what they're writing on Dad's live?
I'll have to tell him.
You can probably get it to him. So he'll figure it out. He'll probably comment on here, hey, Mom, answer your phone. So, All right, now we're a lot warmer. We have regular stuff. We got clothes back on again, so. But you could probably grab your phone and go make a call real quick, see if it was important.
Okay.
And then I can keep talking about
All right.
cold break. So I will just rattle on about cold break while you make the call.
Sounds good.
So she's going to call our youngest son, who is Flawless Fabrication. He's a fabricator. He's also a mobile slaughterer. He harvests beef and pigs and sheep and things of that nature every day. He does that.
Hello.
Hey, where you
And
going?
then he also has a mobile welding service. So he does two things.
Cool.
He can only, there's only so many animals he
but
can take care of. And
no,
he schedules those for,
I'm not gonna say it 'cause I
first
say it
part of the
every
week.
time.
And then he does mobile welding after that. And, he's an entrepreneur kind of kid. So doing very well at it. But we're talking about
He is
cold
so
break
funny.
today. Again, we're trying to,
He is
and I got this
so
nice t-shirt, but I thought it was too cold and I didn't put it on, and I went and didn't get a sweatshirt.
ridiculous.
Breaks has this cool t-shirt too. Yeah, we'll be wearing those, and we got their little sign and their cup. I got to tell you something about this cup. I picked it up and I thought, but it is a nice cup. I just thought it was like a red Solo cup that you would, clunk, 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 but they made it look kind of like one of those, but they made it like quality. That's everything with this company. Oh, that's just on the back too. Today is my drinking day. There we go. Today is my drinking day. Yeah, Cold Break has everything you touch of their stuff is quality. Their boxes, they're sitting right there, are absolutely quality. They even have the picture of a tailgate, and the license plate says, Cold Break under it, like CLOBRK, with the looks like a Boston Terrier dog, and they're all shadowed with ducks flying over and campers, and they show another Cold Break jumper box with them, and that's the advantage to these is you can take these things anywhere. Sure, we're going to put our jumper box on the truck and come through the side panels and go to these weddings and things, but the jockey box, the one we're trying to win, we can go anywhere with it. It's completely mobile, completely portable. You just got to carry it in. Now it's 10 taps. So you're going to have a couple big boys carry it in because I'm sure it's heavy. I have no idea what that thing weighs, but with 50 foot of coil of stainless steel, surgical type coils they put in these things. I don't know the number of, stainless has a certain number, 604 and all that, but I don't know what number it is. It's quality, you can tell it. So what does it weigh? I don't know. I bet it's a lot. I bet it's going to be very expensive to ship that bad boy. And to move it in and out of the cars and trucks going to be quite the little chore. It's going to be so heavy, but it's 10 taps. How cool can that be? I don't care how heavy it is. 10 taps. Very, very cool stuff. And with Cold Break, it's done right.
Oh,
When
baby,
this
sit
stuff
your
showed
baby
up,
for a minute.
I did a lot of research on these companies prior to going with Cold Break.
God damn it,
And
Hazel.
They not only they impressed me
Here,
with
you can go in here for a minute.
all their videos
Come
and
here.
everything they talk about and how well they're put together, but you can tell they're not some big giant corporation like I don't want to throw any corporations under the bus, but it's not overly produced and not overly like a lot of show and no go. This thing is a lot of go and it has a lot of show. Just the quality of it, I knew it was the right choice, but you never know until it shows up. And it showed up right away. Wasn't delayed by anything. Um, perfect timing. Showed right up. Package is amazing on it. I mean, it's hard to say how nice this package because it even has their logos on the boxes and stuff, and it's just nice. It's nice when something shows up and it's not all like wrapped together in dog food bags and just looking like some hillbilly did it. And being in that really nice box and all the foam inside of it, and everything is individually wrapped and packed. There was zero damage to it. I mean, like even the sign was in there, and it's not all bent up and trash. It's like brand new. This thing, they come from, I believe, Michigan, and so all the way to Idaho, and it still looks, even the sign's quality. It's made of tin. It's not paper or anything. It's very, very nice stuff. Like I said, everything I touch on it. I look at these faucets here, and you look inside and just
Hello.
just how nice they really are. You know, they're just a quality piece.
What is your guys'
You
plan
can just
for
tell the way
tomorrow?
smooth
We're
they
coming
are
down to
and how
see
well they work.
Annalise's
They're not just some
award.
run-of-the-mill piece of garbage that you might get off of, let's say, the internet. They work really, really well. So I'm super happy with the product. The final test be how it works. I have zero doubt. It has that much quality and that much thought and care. It's going to be perfect. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But, you know, you can't say that until you actually use it. And yeah, so go to Cold Break and like our video. Let me pop up real quick since my camera person left. She wasn't supposed to be but a second.
Yes, if Emily
and
needs
she's
us
not
to.
here. Where'd she go?
Yes, that would be helpful, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's see. Let's see where we're at here.
So
Oh, we got all sorts of
Yeah.
bad behavior on here.
we can leave right
Bunch
after.
of beanbag squatters with Cheeto stained fingers on here again.
Did I
Mommy
lose ya?
must not have the hot
Oh.
pockets ready yet. Rob, isn't that the truth, huh? Let's see here. Let's go. Kelly?
Do Annalise's thing first.
Kelly for Bubblebee. Kelly for Bubblebee. Well, let's see. Let's report that. Harassing and bullying.
I'm assuming you
Pick
absolutely
one.
loved my video.
Harassing me. Report.
Oh, it was so cute.
Okay, learn about community standards.
He was so funny.
And then we'll remove their comments. I'm getting hot water going. Okay, no, you're not doing that. Nope, you're not doing that. Bear with me for a minute. Nice. It says care. I'm sure car. Yeah, it's a '60 Chevy. Let's see. It's an Apache 30. So it's a 1-ton truck that we're using for a mobile bar. Let's see. Heads up. Oh man, that is nasty, dude. The guy's talking about my mom and she's passed away. That's gross. What is wrong with him? Let's see here. Okay. Message reported. That's a badass truck. Hey, thank you. That is a 1960 Chevy cattle truck that they haul cows in, and it's a Chevrolet. It has a 283 in it, of all things, from the factory with a 4-speed, and we are turning it into a mobile drink truck. Where you can see this Cold Break sign right here, right there. So let me put it up while I'm standing behind. I'm standing behind. We have the camera set up so we can talk. And then she was going to have her phone here. My wife was to do the comments so we could answer them, but she had to step away to make my son called. So something must be going on. So, oh, that's a Chevy. Yeah, it's a neat Chevy truck. Like I said, they used to run it. And I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Sadiq Malik. It's and if I butchered the name, I'm sure. Sorry about that. It is used to be a cattle truck. They bought it from the original owner's son. You know, he was the father had bought it in 1960 in Montana, drove it over, and they used it on their ranch. And they hauled cows in it forever. Then they put the dump rams on it, and it used as a dump truck for quite a while. And they had more modern equipment. The truck sat a lot, put it for sale. I bought it. So we are turning into a mobile bar. That whole backside over here, that's going to be all taps. And then there's the jockey box or the jumper box that's going to go in the back, along with the keg and the CO2s and all the other equipment we have. We're getting ready to do it. So, but we're in a contest right now to win a 10 tap jockey box. And so we're trying to send people over there, you know, as a last ditch effort to be the winners. That's what we want to do. Okay, Smooth Lizard. Oh gosh, Smooth Lizard, you're not a very nice person. That's pretty sad. Your hot pocket's done. Your mom just called. Let's see here. So he's gone. So me and your mom. My mom passed away. Dingleberry. Circus rat. Oh, rat's perfect for you. That's it. Each project. All right, beer time. Okay. Golly, that's not very nice. Come on. Don't do that. I don't understand that. Why would you do this? Do you need an internet hug? Hey, Circus Rat, do you need an internet hug? Okay, you're gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Golly, I've had a report. I reported more today than I ever have on any live, all the lives combined. I don't get it. I should just stop reading them and just report them. And I know my bride's right about that. I need to start doing that. But, you know, at first it's kind of funny, but then it loses its humor really quickly. I just like, what a sad state of affairs for people to do that. That's what they do? Weird. It just, I don't know. But anyways, back to cold break. Got to go to cold break and like the contest and like one of the winners of the contest. And oh, she's brought back goats. So we have baby goat. Maybe baby goats will get everybody. I had to block about 10 more, by the way. So
Here's
you
this.
got your phone? Was everything okay with our son?
Yeah, he was just checking in.
I see now that it wasn't all the son, it was the goats. I was like, what is she doing?
Well,
so
then I
long?
was like trying to get everybody and
All right. Oh yeah, you still have it from Circus Rat on here about my mom. About my mom.
oh, got it.
I don't have a mom. I have a mom.
Right?
But they're trying to be fun. It's funny how they just all.
They all come at once. It's like they all hang out together. Look at
Yeah.
how cute.
All right, so we're caught up on questions.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. Well, come on now. It kicked me off. There we go. We're back on. All right. So, yeah, check out the baby goats. Look at the baby goats. So let's talk about the baby goats. Since we're on live and we're, let's send ourselves a hi. Let's say hi, hi. We're on live right now, and so we have pregnant goats. We have 5 Nigerian dwarf girls, and all the girls are pregnant. And the first one was her name Bunny.
Bunny is the first.
Bunny, the Nigerian dwarf goat, had 2 babies about 3 or 4 days ago. Oh, must have been that
Yeah,
board
it's the box.
box.
Yeah, I have to look at the dates. I don't think it's been quite a week yet.
Where'd your microphone go?
It's right here.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah. So there's the baby goats. Any questions about the baby goats? So we got baby goats here. How could you not love baby goats? I don't know where the chickens went. But
They're
They were
all
bored.
laying down.
they got bored. The chickens didn't want to be on live anymore. They were kind of bored with it. So we have cold break and we have baby goats. So I can't wait to go look at cold break to see if this actually worked. We're trying everything we can to win that.
Yep.
Even have you on camera
I know. My
Getting it-
favorite thing.
getting verbally abused.
Yeah. My favorite thing.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Yeah, people are kind of sad that way, but so let's have a drink out of a cold break cup. Oh. Ooh, that sounds good, doesn't it? I wonder if it comes across on the microphone.
I had my microphone on when I wonder if it caught my.
I don't know. We'll have to go back and we'll rewatch it.
People are probably like, what is
But-
going on?
Cheers to cold break.
I told Bunny I'd
All right.
babysit.
What's that?
I told Bunny I'd babysit.
Oh, okay. She probably needed a break.
Yeah.
Her coloring is really, really unique.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think I've ever seen a goat with like around their eyes almost. Is it on both sides that way?
Yeah. It's like a little mask.
It is like a little mask, like a little
Too
bandit,
cute.
like a little bandit. Oh, and it tells you right here because that when we did it, because I said hi because we got back on,
Mhm.
it tells you the guidelines of what to not do and what to do.
Hmm.
That's a pretty good little soda there. I mean, beverage. Well, that's that Merchant Craft. So this Merchant Craft, I think they're out of Spokane, is where they're out of, but they sell these sodas. They're freaking unbelievable. They're really good. It seems like everything we rented, I can tell you bad stuff too, but we're not going to do that. But no, they're really good. We try to surround ourselves with good things. That is the idea. Does anybody else have any questions about the tap truck here or cold break? and what we're doing with it. So nice metal sign here, and we're gonna have to figure out a spot for the cold brake sign, and hopefully we win that 10 tap jockey box. We want to be the winner, 10 tap winner. But it feels like the breeze have calmed down slightly ever since I put the hoodie on. It's funny, a lot of my friends and family are in California, and it's probably in the 90s there, probably the high 90s. And CVF Racing, whoa, CVF Racing.
Hey.
Hey, look what I'm wearing. Here, let me show them. Let me show them what I got. I got one of these from CVF Racing. Oh, I got to pick up that little adapter. It blew out. But yes, so we did a video on CVF for CVF Racing. We did it for ourselves and just talked about their product. And I got to tell you, I've been doing your grandpa. He says, I love motorcycles. Cool. Everybody likes motorcycles.
Except for me.
Oh, she doesn't like them. But, you know, I've built, honestly, how many cars have I built?
I couldn't even,
More than 2?
at this point, I can't keep track.
She can't keep track. Lots of cars. And, I mean, I'll call it out like I see it. And your guys' product is unbelievable. It's really, really, really well. I love it. It's great. In fact, it is quality, and the price is spot on. I am really happy with it. And then, Rob, I can't because I'm using the phone.
What was
So,
that?
He said on the message, he said, check your text.
Oh.
But I can't.
Oh, because it's, yeah.
So I can't get to it. It'll kick me off. But I am going to show something to CVF. Hang with me here. So everybody's following my live here. Look at that bad boy. That's what you get when you deal with CVF Racing. You get freaking quality. And I mean quality. That thing is spot on. Everything lined up. I didn't have to monkey with nothing. I didn't have to readjust. I didn't have to screw with anything. None of that stuff. The car is not ready yet because I run the one wire. I reran it, just so you know. And you can see my Tessa tape in pieces here. But so I'm wrapping it. So then I'm running so since I run this car at the drags and I run a cutoff switch, I don't have any power up here. So when I go to time it, there's no power. I can't go anywhere to do a time. I got to run a wire all the way to the back. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. And then because I used to run off the back of the alternator, but now that it's down there, I don't want to reach down there and do all that. So I'm putting what do you call it up front here? I don't even know what you call it, like a post with a hot lead on it that's off the switch. Obviously, it turns off when it's off, but that's what CV Racing parts look like. That's their water pump. This is what they would call I would believe it's called a mid-mount alternator bracket with the serpentine belt on it. They told me which belt to get, and it went right on perfect. I actually kept the little package for the belt case down the road. I need another belt. You just never know when you're revving this thing to $7,000. I don't foresee any problems, but you never know. Yeah, look how nice it is. I mean, it's just like, yeah, it looks good. Looks great. The nose cone, on this one you can't see it because it's kind of close to the radiator there. But it has a completely finished nose cone, the crank pulley. The stuff is just on point. Really, really happy with it. I will be using your product a lot. In fact, I'm building an LS over here. So I have a Pontiac Safari also that's ready to go. It was supposed to go next, but it didn't quite make it there. I got all the parts in it. Still has the original seat. It's an original car, but the LS going, I'm putting a 6.0 in it. But I also have a 5.3 here that I'm going to put in my 52 Chevy. I got all these projects. I sold my hot rod, and now I brought a bunch of projects. Whoa, my little gimbal here. But Yeah, so I'm building the harness for that, and I'm going to have to put CVF pulleys on the front of this. But yeah, that's what it's going to be like. But lots of projects, lots of fun. And in fact, these wheels right here, I'm putting these steelies on there. Those steelies are going to go on this car here. That's all those old Bob Glidden Kragers on there, which are an aluminum type wheel. Bob Glidden put them out in the 90s, back when this car was kind of put together, 80s and 90s. And then, so we're going to go steelies on it, and I'm going to take the street drag radials off it. I'm going to put them up in the shop, but well, I'm having a heck of a time with this thing. Get it back over here. There we go. So I'm going to put those up. When I go to the drag strip, I'll just put those on. And then when I run around town, I'll just run, what do you call it? Yeah, I got my lap belt in there. And still working on the wiring, finishing up a couple things. But there we go. That's it. Well, let's get back to what we're doing over here and answer some more questions. So CVF Racing, that's sweet. Thank you so much. Again, I really appreciate your help and your products and all your stuff. It was great dealing with you guys on that, and all the emails you answered and the phone calls and all that. So I appreciate that. Let's see here. Let's reline this up so I'm back in focus. And then let me go back here. Let's see what I missed while I was walking around. Okay, CVS says, glad to hear it. Hey, CVF, saw your product on Jimmy James Garage. Great product. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for telling them that. I appreciate that. And then Chipotle Thunderbird. Okay, so Chipotle Thunderbird says, I am so glad my home area takes overly loud cars, impounds them until they fix them, the noise issue. If they don't, the cars get turned into nice cube, and at that point, I doubt it will be loud ever again. Well, I'm glad you enjoy that, because me personally, I like them louder the better. I have electric cutouts on my car. But I get it, you don't like the loud, and hey, each his own. I'm glad in my state of Idaho, we don't have that issue. So we can be as loud as we want, because we're not really disturbing any neighbors here. So let's see. Rob Williams, thank you again, Rob. Sweet. CVF. Alan Rawson said hi. Hello, Alan. What's up? What's up? And then, yeah, so that's it. So I had to put my hoodie on because it got cold on us. I've had to put my CVF hoodie on. And then, so we're just doing a live. We entered into a contest. It's cold break, because this truck we're building right here, people that have just joined us. See, we got some new people joined. We're doing a tap truck. So it goes to weddings and things of that nature. This truck is a 1961 ton. Original owner I bought it from, kind of a local truck everybody knows. They used to haul cows in it, which is pretty interesting. And then they turned it into a little dump truck, and then they just didn't use it much. You just kind of run around the farm a little bit. And then we picked it up, and we're going to put the taps on the side. And we do have our first event booked for October. And we may get something prior to that if we get this thing done. So
Yeah, if we get it done, which we should.
yeah, I've been having other projects and jumping into getting my 55, back on the road. And so the cattle truck here is taking a back seat a little bit, but we're going to fix that awning here this week. I'm going to get that thing welded up so it sits there flat. And then we're going to start drilling the holes for the taps. And then I have to build
Yeah, he's falling.
And then I have to build a little stand for this jumper box. I want it as even and as possible. And then I want to be able to put a strap on it to hold it. But I don't want to scratch it up. I might put it off the handles, or I might build when I weld up the frame on it, I might build up 2 tabs and then just latch them on there, because it's just so nice. I don't want to have a strap over it. So little things like that. We're just going to make it look good so it looks straight and clean and nice. So So that's kind of what we're doing here. Any other questions about what we got going? Like I said, the cold break thing, go to their website, and then CVF, go to their stuff. Like I said, I just got done installing their water pump and their serpentine belt pulley for my hot rod. And I mean, I was looking at it last night. I was in here working and I got done. I went in the house and I just went to their website and kind of looked at what they had, all the different options they have. I saw they had hood hinges in there that are made of billet like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And I saw what I watched is their video. They had their first video about their entire operation. And it's freaking impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very, very nice, and you look around, you just tell it's just clean and well done. And their stuff looks like jewelry. I mean, it really does. It is quality stuff, made in America. I didn't say that on the video. Made in America. Got to say it made in America. So I'm saying it now. Maybe I'll throw a comment in there about made in America because that's important to us. It's made in our home country. And I know a lot of you guys are in other countries that are watching our videos. I get that, and more power to you, but we want it to be built in our country too. And not saying anything bad about anybody else, just want it done with us. So no more, no less. And then don't read into that too much. And then so go to theirs and look at CVF stuff. Because again, they got all sorts of things just besides pulleys. They got all sorts of neat stuff. I gotta put a shopping list together. And then Abdeli Monster Fowie. I hope I pronounced that somewhat close, but it says hello. Hello. Kyle says hello. Hello. And then Spring French. Okay. I don't know what. Does it say Sping? S-P-I-N-G. Sping French. Well, hello. I don't know what that means. But hello. How are you? Sping French. That's probably in France, I'd guess.
Could be.
We'll find out. Bonjour. I know what that means. You know what that
Oui.
means? Oui, oui.
Parlez-vous français?
There we go.
No, I don't.
I can barely speak English.
I took French in high school, but all I got was parlez-vous français? Oui, bonjour.
Okay. Well, at least I got French fries. They probably aren't made in France.
It's nap time for
What
the
is that?
babies. Oh, I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. Belgique? I don't know.
Oh,
It has a flag.
yeah, it's a black, yellow, and red.
Apparently,
Belquay?
I need to go back to school.
I don't remember where that country is. Belquay. So we apologize for that. Bruxelles?
Brussels?
No, Bruxelles. Bruxelles.
Apparently, I need to go
Apparently
brush up on my.
My college education and your high school education
Right.
isn't good enough. But hello from there. Whereabouts is it? That's pretty cool. You're here on our live we're in Idaho, north central Idaho. So that's pretty cool that you are probably in Europe, I guess. Oh yeah, Jimmy, that's CVF hose clamps too. Those things are freaking cool. I'm sitting here thinking there was something else I really like. And those hose clamps are really cool.
Nice.
So they have like you care. You're not a car person.
I don't.
Well, it's not a car person, but yeah, the clamp is a billet and it goes onto your radiator hose and then it has a rubber ring on it. And then as they clamp it down, it goes to the edge. And it pulls tight. And then they had a cool little, I'm gonna have to get one of those aluminum spanner wrenches that they use for the A and N fittings. That was pretty cool. But yeah, that's their hose clamps are really cool. For sure. So you went and looked also, huh, Rob? Because I did. I spent an hour looking at that stuff, drooling all over it. American. M-A-M-R with, apostrophe. So it must be South America, maybe?
I'm just here for moral support.
She's here for moral support. I can't ask her. I can't ask her that question. she's here because
I feel like I'm on the streets and Jay Leno has come up and asked me a question and I do not want to answer because I don't want to look stupid.
oh, you don't look stupid. What state are you guys in? We are in Idaho. We're in north central Idaho, out of a town called Cottonwood, Idaho. We don't live in a town, but that's our closest town. So. Chicago, been to Chicago. It's a long ways from us. I would say Chicago's probably by car, probably 12 to 14 hours from here, maybe more, maybe 20 hours. Chicago's a long,
Yeah.
long ways. Idaho allows you to own wild cards. Oh, bobcats. Yeah, I don't know if they do or not. I'm sure they probably do. I think Idaho's pretty easy going on a lot of the stuff. They don't have a lot of rules, but I'll tell you what, the rules they have here, these people enforce. The police around here, if it says 55, they say it says 55. 56 is a ticket. So, like I said, they don't have a lot of hardcore rules, and they're not in your face. But if you are breaking the rules, they enforce them. That's just the best way to describe it. And then Carcoll, Coll, Carcoll. But yeah, we are. So we're in north central Idaho. We are not allowed to do anything fun. That's pretty funny. And where were you from again? Are you from this country or the States, or where are you from? And that's Annex, Anix. Sweden. Oh, that's where a lot of our hot rods go, is Sweden. Sweden is where they take a lot of these hot rods. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never been to Sweden. I always thought it'd be really cool to go there. It seems like a really, really nice place. But they don't let you have fun.
That's not fun.
Yeah, that's not fun. But yeah, they let us have a lot of fun here in Idaho. Idaho is pretty unrestrictive. Not heavily taxed. A little thing like I live on a dirt road that they maintain and they oil it, and you can drive down it and not get all dusty and nasty. And our tax dollars go to our counties we live in. So you see a lot of maintenance and a lot of stuff happening around here. Little things about this place. All our power here is underground for where we live on our hill, which is nice versus the poles. They don't overregulate stuff here. When we bought our house, when I bought our place here, we didn't have to jump through a bunch of hoops and a bunch of inspections and all that. And it was kind of, buyer beware. You buy the house, well, if you want an inspection, go get it done, The government wasn't breathing down our neck to have it done or any of that stuff. So that's kind of nice. I enjoy that stuff. Sometimes it costs you a little bit because, you messed up, but that's kind of on you. That's that, what do they call that when you do it yourself and you mess up yourself?
Buyer beware.
Yeah, buyer beware, or, to each his own. I mean, it doesn't mean they can be criminal and hide stuff, but I mean, if they just do it, you're self-responsibility type thing. Oh, there's a chicken.
There's a whole bunch, actually.
Oh, they're going to come in the shop and crap in the shop. So we have meat birds. They originated out of France, and they are called American breasts. And they are a meat bird. They're a dual purpose. They lay real big eggs. They grow pretty fast, and they say they're the Wagyu of chicken. And we had a bunch that we sold. Well, I got to get them out of here. They're going to get in that box. They're being bad. Okay. Time to go. Everybody got to go. Everybody's going. Okay, you're being
They're gonna just come back in.
Everybody got to go. Okay, bye-bye.
Like, all righty.
They're like, wow, what a nice guy. Climb on the ladder, guys. So, yeah, so the chickens are gone now, but yeah, that's what we have. And then my wife has a little Muppet chickens up on the other end of the property. We have the American breast down here. Big beers and little goats. That's what Alan says. That's right. Big beers, little goats. Oh, very good. And then Adeli says, your truck is beautiful. Thank you. It's a neat old farm truck. We really like it. It's going to be a great tap truck. We think it'll really be a standout. We're looking forward to operating it. And yeah, thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate that. And I just wish that in Sweden they could do fun things.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Oh. Oh. Well, I think I'll have a, they got to bug your goats?
If it does, I'll just take them back.
Or do you want to wait?
Be fine.
Okay.
I don't know that they'll.
So while we're sitting here, oh yeah, go to cold break. Don't forget to go to cold break. We're, on that contest there trying to win that 10 tap jockey box for the truck. Let's see here. So in my father-in-law's little trunk, we found some pipes. And we decided I've never smoked weed or, cigarettes or any of that stuff. Had a couple celebratory cigars, that kind of stuff.
Back.
Yeah, I might not be able to smoke it with the wind. We'll see. So we tried the tobacco in the pipes in her dad's, and we liked it. We thought it was cool. So then I bought a couple pipes from my guy Vance. Where's Vance? Oh, I got Vance right here. Big smoke from Vance. They're in Lewiston, Idaho, and he hooked me up with the right tobacco and the right stuff, and how to load this stuff. And so I bought a couple pipes from him, and then I bought a pipe collection from my buddy Donnie, and he bought it off a friend of mine I went to high school with, and it was her dad's pipes from way back in the day, and he hadn't smoked them much. Well, I tried a couple different ones, in there, and I found this Danco Church Warden that I really like. The smoke becomes really cool in it, and it doesn't burn your tongue at all, and it's, because the longer stem on it. And I really do like it. It's probably my favorite so far. I'm going to try some more of them, and we'll get to a favorite at some point. But right now, this is leading the pack. It's like cold break beverage system or CVF pulleys. I just really like it. So, and I'm not just saying it. It's something I like. So, yeah. So it's a long one here, and it's a church warden. So we'll get it going here. And I'll tell you a story about church warden. Say, I don't understand English. I translate. Okay, cool. Well, I hope the translate worked. What language do you speak? That's what we want to hear there from Abdel. Abdel, what language do you speak? What is it translating from? Yeah, this one's done, I think. I had a little tamper here, but this will work.
Big stretches. Big stretches, huh, baby?
All right, we're almost lit here. So it's a very cute sheep. So they're actually Nigerian dwarf goats, but they look like sheep. They're little.
Especially the little white one.
The white one really looks like her. Yeah, you're right. Really looks like a sheep. So. So it is, time here is 2:04, and that's Pacific Standard Time. So we're on the Pacific Coast time. Half of our county is in Mountain Time, the other half is in Pacific. We're right on the border of Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. On the west coast of the United States. So the church warden, what I was told, the reason for the long stem is obviously because it's cool smoke, that kind of stuff. But they call it church warden because the church always has a warden, takes care of, the churches. And he smoked a long stem pipe. You want to know why? You know why?
So that they could hang it out the window.
So he didn't have to smoke the pipe in the church because that was taboo. And so he got up next to the window like this, and look at the pipe is outside the church. So that's the idea. That's what I was told. So I actually watched a YouTube thing about it. So we'll see if that's true or not. I don't know if it's true, but it's a great story. I'll just keep repeating it. Yeah, it sounds good. Oh, Bisquick, there we go. He says, yo, it's my man. How you hanging out there today? I watched you like an hour the other day, just talking about old cars. Very chill. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's cool. That's a weird looking cat. So those are Nigerian dwarf goats, that were born the other day here on our useless farm is what we call it. On our useless farm. And so we're talking about cold break, and I've been talking a lot about CVF pulleys and stuff too. But we entered in a contest for cold break, and we put a video out there, and it's been doing pretty well, and we're hoping to drive people there. And I thought, well, it's the middle of the day. Maybe we'll catch people from other countries and other places. And I had the truck pulled up here, and I'm waiting for a couple parts to finish the 55. And I moved the table here in the shop, and it's a neat little place. I'm going to build a little corner area, a little chill area. They can come in and sit here and have a little cocktail or have a dinner at it or a snack or whatever. My goal is not to put parts on it. I don't want to put things on it. Nothing's going on it except what belongs on it.
We'll see.
We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure that's going to happen. What exactly is cold break? So cold break, it says right here on their sign, it says draft beverages anywhere. And so what cold break is they have a lot of stuff, but they sell equipment for taps, restaurants, mobile bars, kegs, personal use, like the old Coleman drink chest. They have them with little taps on the bottom. You can pour mixed drinks in them, take them to the beach, take them to the hunting, fishing, take them on camping. We have this jumper box here. And the reason my truck's in the background is we're building this into a tap truck. So that's going to have a line of taps on that, the wood bed part. There's going to be all taps on there. And then we're going to go to weddings and parties, things like that. And we're going to serve beer and mixed drinks out of it. You can put anything in these kegs. The top of this keg opens up and you can pour drinks. And what cold break does kind of separates them from everybody else is they have recipes. They show how they build their equipment. Like if you want to do a rum and Coke, let's say, they'll show you a recipe for it. I don't know if there's a rum and Coke on there, but there's other.
Oh, they do lots of things.
There's so many of them. I mean, I can't keep track of them. There's so many of them. So if you really want to learn how to mix a drink and put it in a small little, couple gallon container.
Or you're looking to man cave your backyard out, or
Yeah, exactly. The man cave, the backyard, or the garage, or the Jimmy James garage. They have all that equipment. Kegerators, yeah. So, kegerators. I got a buddy that needs something like that for his basement. I'll make sure to pass that along. Great. That would be awesome because, like I said, I did a lot of research on cold break. I tend to over-research stuff. It's in my nature. It was kind of like that CVF with these pulleys. Man, I went down the pulley rabbit hole. And I'd seen them a few places and stuff, and I just decided that's the one. And of course, I get here, it's perfect. Cold break, again, I went down the the kegerator rabbit hole. And there's a lot of companies that do it. Not a lot, but there's, enough to research. And after talking to them and emails and all that stuff, I just believe their stuff is the best. So I ordered it, I bought it. And when it got here and I saw the box, I was like, well, the box is better than most. That's a good start. And then as I opened it up and saw the packaging, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. And now I'm looking at the quality of the equipment here and I'm like, oh, it's better than I thought. I mean, it's really, really good. I don't want to say it was better than I thought. I thought it would be good, and it is great. So, yeah, that'd be awesome. Send them to it. Just send them right down to it and say.
Go to their YouTube and look for our video.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. Is we put a video out on their YouTube channel, and it's about they wanted to be creative and kind of tell them why you wanted it, and they're giving away the world's largest cold break, 10-tap jockey box. And so I went and did a video of it about a month ago, and it's going to close here pretty quick. And we're doing a live here, getting everybody to go over to that. If they stop in, it's kind of like stopping in the store real quick and say, hey, what's going on? Hey, go over there. And then they leave my live and they go like it. So when you're over there, look that up, cold break, and then look at the videos. There's probably a handful that have put in for it and that they're featuring on their channel. And then go like the one you like. We hope it's ours. We think it's the best, don't we? I think so.
I think so.
There's one on there that's pretty good. They scare me a little bit because I think they're good too. They're all pretty good,
Everybody's
actually.
is cool.
Yeah, everybody's pretty good.
Everybody's got good ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're all pretty good. So,
but we like ours.
we do like ours. We're pretty happy with ours. It's only gives you 2 minutes. I wanted to rattle on, for an hour on it, but in 2 minutes time, you got to kind of squeeze it all in, and you got to be entertaining and funny, type thing and personable. And we did our best, and we'll see how it pans out. So, yeah, let us know if he gets that. What you going for on the tap? What you going to put in them? So yeah, so we're going to do it on the taps.
Oh goodness sakes!
What we're going to do is these are going to go. We have a gig already at a wedding venue, and they're putting a wedding venue together, and they're going to have this truck right on the outside or right on the inside. I'm not sure which way they're going to put it exactly yet. And then we're going to serve whatever the customer wants. So it's going to be a dry hire, whatever they pick. We're going to guide them to a couple things. And we'll do any kind of event, any kind of private type event, birthday parties, weddings, things of that nature. We'll get some of the recipes from Cold Break and maybe put it in one of the taps. And then the other three will be like beer, like a Coors Light, like a pub beer, and like a Michelob Ultra, or, a banquet beer or something like that. So, yeah.
Yep.
What do you think? Sound about right? Mm-hmm. We're learning as we go, I've never had a tap truck before, so I can tell you all about 55 Chevy. I've had a ton of them. But tap truck, it's new to me. So we're just putting it together, and we hope it works out. And we're looking forward to going to, a wedding on a Saturday evening and pulling up with the truck and pouring beer for everybody and watching them all have fun, and then putting the truck in gear and driving home. So it should be a lot of fun for us. It'll be something for us to do, that's kind of social, because they can stand there and talk, and as we hand out beers, and it'll be fun. Yeah. That's why we come up with it. We've been looking at this thing for a while, and then we finally pulled the trigger last year, bought the truck. I just bought the equipment a few months ago, and I got my first gig in October, and didn't even advertise it yet. So once we advertise it, once I get it completely done, it should really take off. So let's see. Off-Road Men, hi. Hey, I hope you got some at my last live. I hope you got a couple of hits on it. Oh, there's another one of those guys.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm gonna go put the babies away.
All right.
So I will.
It's like it's like a script.
Right, it is. They must copy and paste.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's get up and not drop you guys, huh?
I don't understand not getting any. It's I wish I had the what do they call it? I wish I had the answer, because I have videos that, I got one video that's like almost 40,000 people watching. I got other ones that get a couple hundred. I just keep grinding at it. I was able to get monetized in 90 days, and I was able to get the watch hours. It took off really fast, and now it's like really big some days and not so much the others. It goes up and down. I'm new at this YouTube stuff. I've only been at it since the beginning of the year. It shows I've been at YouTube on there longer, but I actually made my first real video that I said, I'm just going to try to do this. And it was the middle of December. And by the first part of January, it was rolling. And I said, I got monetized in 90 days.
Come here, come here.
You know, 13, I'm on 13, like 21 or 22 subscribers now. And it's just been every day I get quite a few. I'm at the early stages of my journey with this. I wish I had the answers for it, because I would not only give them to you, but I would steal them for myself. It is, I've done videos I thought would just be absolute home runs, and they fall flat. And I have other videos that I thought were dogs and they explode. Some of my shorts have just gone through the roof, and tons of likes, tons of subscribes, tons of followers. I just have no rhyme or reason for it. So I'm just going to keep on trying, and keep trying to share like Off-Road Man here. Go like his stuff. Let's see if we can get him some. Golly, it's. I think you just have to keep at it. So I've watched. I said earlier on this YouTube live thing that I'm an investigator by heart or by nature. And so when I first started, I really went down that old rabbit hole of trying to figure out what worked and which was going to be the best for my channel, and those kind of things. And honestly, I've tried them all, and some of their stuff works, some of it doesn't. It just what I think what's key here is do it all the time, do it constantly. I don't think sharing it to your Facebook, I don't think any of that works very well. I think just keeping it online, doing some lives. Whenever you're working on your car or whatever you're working on, turn that camera on, and then go in and edit it and put it in there. And I'm not a big editing guy. I don't really like a lot of the shows that I see are over edited. I'll turn those off. I might as well just watch TV. I watch YouTube for real live people and what they really say and what they really like and don't like. And I try to stay true to what I like. So the things I do are what I like to go watch. I feel that is the most natural for me. I don't do scripted stuff. If I believe in something, I put it out there. It's to keep me kind of grounded that way. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I probably comment too much on some of the weird comments we get that I think everybody gets on these lives. It's kind of strange. There you go. This is same. The algorithm's tough to crack. That kind of sums it up. Let's see. You seem genuine and chill. I'm not even crazy into cars, but you're good conversation and fun to listen to interact with. I appreciate that, and that's how I am in real life. I do have a lot of friends. I hang out and BS. Sometimes I think they tell me to shut up. They don't, but I enjoy my circle of friends. We try to do things regularly with them. The place I live here in Idaho, I try to stay in contact with my neighbors as much as possible. I really enjoy them. I just like people. A buddy of mine tells me, he says it a lot. He says, I like cows more than I like people. That's not true, because I know he likes people too, because he does. I just think that's a saying he likes. I always say I like people more than my cows. So I enjoy visiting with people. I enjoy listening to what they have to say. I enjoy reading what they have to put down here. I just into that kind of stuff. I think communicating is a two-way street. When they say stuff, I really like to pay attention to it. It's important to me to respond to what they say, because everybody wants to say what they're saying. I try to shut my brain off a little bit of what I'm going to think of next before I say it. Does it happen all the time? No, it doesn't happen even close to all the time. But I'm a work in progress that way. So I appreciate that. I really do. Let's see here. Well, man, you definitely pass. How long have you been on HTR? You got tips for the fellas. I don't know what HTR is, or HRT, excuse me. Not even dyslexic. I read it wrong. HRT. What's HRT? So I don't know what HRT is. You know what HRT is by chance?
HRT?
Yeah.
Like heart? I don't know.
It says, well, man, you're definitely past on how long you have been on. Oh, been on here. Okay, probably that's where what HRT is. That's a dig. Hormone replacement therapy. He's being a jerk. I'm so dumb. I don't even
right?
know. Oh, well. He can dig all he wants. He probably needs an internet hug. Should we give him an internet hug?
Yeah.
Here's his internet hug. Got his internet hug.
There you go.
Damn, so you're not part of the LGBT. Is that a car guy stuff or a beer drinking thing? I don't know. So I don't know if I'm not part of much of anything. It's just car guy stuff. Do unto others. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You know, they throw that stuff out there. That's what I do like about the lives is they do throw this out there. And in some weird way, it makes them feel better about themselves. And I'm okay with that. You know what? You want to make fun of me and you want to say if I'm on hormone therapies or whatever, I don't care. I'm pretty thick skinned. I can dish it out and I can take it. So it's all good. It doesn't matter much to me on that. It's over the airwaves. It's not face to face, you know. Some people need to think they're, a lot of people don't have a lot of self-worth or confidence or even being polite. They don't have that. And, this internet brings that out in some of those guys. And it's okay. It's more than okay. I think other people get bothered by it when they do it to me, my friends and family, because I'll hear it later. And I don't really get that worked up over it because I know it's just,
There you go, Beulah.
it's like yelling through a locked door. Okay. All right. I don't think anybody pays much attention to them. Rob says we can hear Tori.
Oh, okay.
She's mic'd up and then she's.
I was giving the guys water.
So what Tori does is she volunteers to do something and then she goes 10 different directions because she has lots to do around here.
No, they needed water. I had to give them water.
They needed water. That's what I said. She has 10 different directions she goes.
Yeah.
She goes to tell her son they're on the phone. She brings back goes.
So.
It's just how she operates. It's okay.
See, look, she's drinking. She's
And see, they're okay. They're drinking. So
yeah,
they're good. Were you talking to them also over there?
I said hi to Willard.
Oh,
So.
they're probably, hi, Willard. So Willard's our big donkey. That's what the text was for when she was on the phone.
Oh yeah. I thought I didn't realize not right away, but I realized after, and I was like, "Whoops."
Was there anything important on there?
No, we talked about Ridge,
Okay.
and then I think I was like, "There's some weird people that put the craziest
Oh.
things on." So
Oh, that's all good. It'll be there forever.
yeah.
So Ridge is our youngest grandson, and he's got a lot of things to overcome in his life, and he's overcoming them better than we are. He doesn't know that he has issues, and he has no issues really.
Well,
The best
just
way to. He has medical stuff.
Walking, he can't. He took a long time to walk, and he can do it now, and he's just a miracle baby.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to walk, and they said if he does, he'll be, crutches, that kind of stuff. And he had all these things he wasn't supposed to do, and he's doing them all. He's still really small. But he grows. He's still happy. He's a tough little guy. His body may be small, but his personality is not.
No.
He's mighty. He's mighty. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
No, but the kid sent it the cutest video of him with a little Spider-Man, and he was Spider-Man and everybody.
spiting him.
So cute.
It was
And
knocking 'em out.
his laugh was adorable.